I am now pleased to introduce the class valedictorian, Daniel Lavelle.
Good afternoon, class of 2017. Before I get started, I'd just like to say thank you to my parents, my teachers, and my friends. You have all helped foster my thirst for knowledge and provided me with the support to get me onto this stage today. I thank you. When preparing for this day, I thought about how touched I was last year by a gesture from the class of 2016's valedictorian, Michael Kelly. For those who don't know, Michael wrote a handwritten letter for each one of his classmates last year at graduation. As this year's valedictorian, I would like to honor this gesture and to continue a new tradition. I asked for all of my classmates to reach under their seats where I've written heartfelt letters for all of you. Taped right under there. Unfortunately, I have neither the dedication nor the neat handwriting to write out 90-odd letters, so I hope all of you can appreciate the meme I printed out for you instead. Alright. Okay, now that we've gotten that over with, I hope you can still appreciate the rest of my speech. It's more serious than this first portion has been, but I hope you can enjoy it nonetheless. I thought about making this speech a comedic reflection on the times I've had here at Georgetown. From the football team earning a winning record for the first time in 10 years, to Big Kai getting bit by a bat at Kiev. I have made a lot of different memories, from sincere to funny, in this sleepy town. I felt that while a speech about all these memories would have been adequate, a speech about my view on the world through my experiences so far would be much more powerful. This is the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, and probably the largest crowd I will speak in front of for quite some time, so fingers crossed I don't screw up and end up a bumbling, sweaty mess by the end of it. I hope all of you will appreciate the thought I put into this speech, but feel free to boo or throw tomatoes on stage at any point you deem it necessary. As I stand before you today, on this beautiful day of graduation, both my fellow seniors and I are in a time of conclusions. Having watched many seniors before us participate in senior skip day, senior trip, and now graduation, it is finally our turn to conclude this chapter of our life. Conclusions, whether in books or movies, often wrap up events in a neat way. The guy gets the girl, the good guy triumphs over the bad guy, so on and so forth. Through our absorption of this media, we often transpose their ideas into reality. We often expect for the guy to always get the girl, and for good to always triumph over evil. I have lived and breathed this ideology for the majority of my life. I have only grown to understand the error of my ways in my last year in Georgetown. As much as we want life to be lived in the black and white of books or movies, life is most often lived in the grays in between. Unlike the characters in the media we view, we struggle to find our way. The decisions we make are not as simple as deciding what is good versus evil. These grays are the uncertainties found in life. The uncertainty of where you want to go to college, what you want to do in college, even more so what you want to do for the rest of your life. A majority of high school students experience anxiety over these ideas at one point or another, myself included. And we often try to appease this anxiety with superficial methods, rather than looking to the core root of the problem. I tried to appease my own concerns by working hard to succeed in my respective pursuits: school, football, lacrosse, theater, but I was always searching for more, regardless of how much I put my nose to the grindstone. I tried to find the black and white in my reality. I wanted to find some higher purpose instead of finding satisfaction in the grays that are found in between. We often view ourselves as the heroes in our own novel, but we instead are a small piece of a vast web of people, places, and things. I have finally realized in my last year of high school that this insignificance can be used as a source of empowerment in our lives. In a world so vast, we do not necessarily need to know what we want to do for the rest of our lives. We can find enjoyment in the uncertainties of life. In a cosmic sense, the personal achievements and failures we have made thus far, no matter how large, made no truly lasting impact on the world. Your GPA, your SAT scores, all will be replaced with much more significant endeavors in the near future. It is okay not to know what you plan on making of the rest of your life. The journey to end this uncertainty and provide meaning to the tiny blue ball we all live on is the most beautiful endeavor that we all will soon embark. One shudders at the thought of meaningless of life, while at the same instant, if the people of the town are his people, One loves life so intensely that tears come into the eyes. This quote from Sherwood Anderson's Sophistication, which is a story about a boy who has entered adulthood, is looking back on his life as a whole, much like we all are doing now. Anderson better articulates my point than I ever will be able to. The vastness of space and time can foster love for life if nurtured properly. It does not have to be a source of fear or anxiety. The skills we have learned through high school can be utilized two ways, selfishly or unselfishly. I believe the proper way to experience life is to pursue your goals in the latter manner. Without selflessness, the vastness of this world will serve as a source of anxiety, rather than as a source of empowerment as it should. Whether it be in the career you choose, or the time you put in for others outside of that career, it is important to make an effort to enact change for the better. There are already proactive members of this class that have taken to making this world a better place. Members of this graduating class have been aides for children with special needs, volunteered at soup kitchens and homeless shelters, along with putting countless hours into other community service opportunities. I may be standing on this stage today because I have stellar grades, but these members of my class are people that I will always strive to model myself after. The work they've put in for others will provide them fulfillment in life that no amount of monetary success will ever provide. I hope to be able to look back on my life someday and say I was even half as generous as these people are. I thank you for all that you've done and will continue to do to make this world a better place. Of course, the means through which I find fulfillment and happiness are not necessarily the means that all of you will find yours. I do not mean for my words to be any sort of doctrine. I'm only trying to provide insight into what I've come to believe in. While I believe that selflessness is the best way to experience life, personal happiness is the end goal, and there are many other paths to achieve this happiness. Whether it be creating a rock band with your friends, deadlifting 505 pounds, or going to college to pursue the job of your dreams, the means the class of 2017 has to achieve happiness extend far beyond merely selflessness. I know that every single person in this graduating class has the talent to attain this happiness, as long as you stay true to yourself in the pursuit of the end goal. Through times of grief and joy, I thank you all for the wide array of experiences at Georgetown, and wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.